All right, so y'all, I'm super excited for this next guest. You have no idea. I've known about her actually, I guess, going on about a year. A girlfriend of mine reached out to me when I started Periscoping, and she says, you need to follow Amber Aziza. I'm like, who? She says, you need to make sure you follow Amber. And so I started following her on Periscope, and my mind was just blown. So once I decided to actually start the Real Feel Good Show, I knew I had to have her on my show. So welcome, Amber Aziza. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend it with little old me.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. So one of the things that I'm really curious about is, how did you get started in the field that you're in now? Like, was it more of the supply and demand, or it was just a passion that you just had to do?
So I kind of fell into it, in all honesty. I first started my first company, which was a consulting firm. And so when I sold that business, I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. It kind of had this quarter life crisis of, what am I going to do with my life? You're not supposed to do any of the stuff I've done until later in life. So now what do you do?
Right.
And so a friend of mine said, come to Miami. He owned a couple of businesses, and he said, come to Miami, spend a couple weeks here and help me with my business. And so I did. And he was like, Amber, you need to do this for a living. You need to help others. Like, other people need to know your knowledge. And a lot of it came from, my corporate background and understanding how businesses work. And so I said, okay, I'll try this out. And I posted on Facebook and said, I'd like to help 5 millennials build their businesses. Message me if you're interested. And I got 132 messages.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, this is more than I thought.
Wow. Really? That many?
And so, because everyone had heard that I'd sold my business. And so I guess they figured, might as well learn from someone who has sold one.
Right.
So I did that, and I've been doing it since.
Wow. Wow. So when you decided to do that, were your family and friends, were they supportive?
My dad thought I should go back to the corporate world.
Yeah.
My dad still thinks I should go back to the corporate world. I sold my business. I told my parents, I sold my business. And my dad said, awesome. Are you going to go back to your corporate job?
Right. Right.
You hear me? But no, my family, they're always going to be supportive. They know that, I'm one of those people that I will always do what I want to do, regardless of what anyone else thinks about it. So their best bet is to just simply be supportive, so that they have that, connection with me. But yeah, no, my family, my parents, they were so supportive. When I first started my first company, they let me move back home in the basement.
Yes. Nice.
So yeah, I definitely had the support.
That's like the biggest warm fuzzy, I can't find another word, that you can get whenever you're deciding to be an entrepreneur, to start your business, is to get that love and support from your family.
Absolutely.
And, and to have them say, yeah, come home, go to the basement, let's see what you can do. I love that they were able to do that. So, and I do understand about your dad. My mom, she was like, baby, are you sure what to do? She says, you don't know how much you're going to make this week. And I said, no, I don't. That's the beauty of it, because once I do get paid, it's going to be more than that 40-hour paycheck.
Right.
And so, yes, I understand. So what were your dad's or your mom's, both of them, expectations of you before you even got started with your business?
Yeah. So they, I always say that, my mom and dad raised me to rule the world.
I love that.
Their thought. They wanted me to be in a position where had stability, where I had, large financial gains. And that's always been, kind of their goal for me. I think they realized that I'm not the type that can be a teacher or be a doctor. I've always been the type that's like, let me sit behind a desk. I even have this picture in my baby box that I drew in kindergarten that says, it was like one of those, what do you want to be when you grow up? And, other kids are drawing astronauts, their rendition of a rocket.
Right.
And I drew a desk and a stick figure of me and a pile of money on it.
Yes.
I didn't know what I was going to do, but I knew I was going to be in charge and I knew I was going to make money from it. So.
Yes. Oh my gosh. You're walking in your purpose. I love that. Wow. You're going to make me go back through all of the pictures and drawings that my kids have drawn.
Yes.
and just put it up or frame it. I think that's so awesome. Wow. With a stack of money on top. Okay.
Stack of money. Whatever it was, I was going to make lots of money. A lot of that came from, being adopted in an age where you can remember it. I remember being hungry. I remember, not having money to do anything. And so, I think money has always been kind of an underlying driving force for me.
Yeah. Yeah. And I can totally see that. Totally. So, okay, so let's fast forward a little bit from that point when you said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to do it. I'm in charge. What was, if you can remember, what was that number one marketing technique that you used that just totally catapulted your business?
Yeah, so it's kind of twofold. For the first company, I think my biggest marketing kind of strategy was networking. Was reaching out to my network, being big on LinkedIn because it was a corporate-based business, and putting myself out there and saying, hey, this is what I know, not being afraid to ask a question. What's the worst they can say is no. And I would start with the highest up that I could find the information for. So I'm like calling the CEO of Progressive Insurance. Yes. He's like, how did you get my number? So not being afraid, to go out there and do it. I think for my second business, it was much more strategic in terms of, building out the sales funnel and understanding human psychology, which is really important. Understanding why people think the way they think, why they do the things they do, why they're motivated to do the things that they're motivated to do. If you don't understand that, then you don't understand how to sell, and you don't understand how to market. And so for me, that was the biggest marketing strategy, was the ability to understand how do people think, and stalking my potential clients, looking at what they're posting, looking at the things that they like, and then looking at the pages that they like. If they like Sephora, then I go to the Sephora page and see how are they marketing? What do they sound like? What things are important to them? Oh, it's Fashion Week this week. Okay, let me post about Fashion Week too, related to business. So being willing to do boots on the ground marketing, or kind of the guerrilla marketing strategy,
yes,
really helped my current business, have a waiting list that's a year long.
Wow. So really, you cannot be afraid of doing that grunt work, or that research from the very get-go. It's
right.
Like you're creating your business path so that you can definitely make sure you achieve your goals at the end, which is whatever that goal is, getting a high paying client, whatever.
Right.
But, wow. They were like, how'd you get my number? I love that.
Yes. How did you get my number? Who gave this to you?
And I mean, and again, you really just have to go for what you know. Don't let the word no totally destroy your day, right. And just keep moving forward. So I really love that. And I know that there's some viewers right now that probably needed to hear that again. I remember when I first started in MLM many moons ago, and they created this no worksheet. It was a worksheet filled with 100 no's. So they said that each time that you make a call and you get a no, that's just one no closer to your yes. I hated that. I hated it. Because I'm like, look at all these freaking no's, But, the gist of it really helps to motivate yourself to just keep your eye on the prize. So
Absolutely.
I love that. I love that. So another thing that I wanted to know was, there's probably a woman that's watching right now, a millennial, and she may feel as though there's no direction to go to.
Mm-hmm.
She may not had a really good, loving environment, so she doesn't have that support or that encouragement, but she knows that she does want to go into business. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you tell that lady that's watching right now? What would you tell her right now? Because she may be on the verge of saying, you know what, forget this. I'll just go back to the 9 to 5, and maybe one day I'll achieve my dream of being a business owner.
I would say follow your instincts and follow your path. There are so many different paths to success. And, whenever people say, oh, well, I want to do it, but I'm just not ready. Ready is relative. If you wait until you're ready, it'll never happen. And it's like having children, right? People who say, oh, well, we're waiting till the right time to have children. Well, when's the right time? There's always going to be some reason why you can't do it.
Right.
So just do it. I also would recommend that, understanding what you want to do. Everyone's not meant to be an entrepreneur. And sorry, this interview is now with me and Daisy.
You're fine.
Decided to be a part of it. Everyone isn't meant to be an entrepreneur. Sometimes people are just meant to work a 9 to 5 and have a side hustle. There's no shame in that. Some of the most powerful people in the world are CEOs of major organizations. They don't own the business, but they worked their way up and made it to C-level. There's C-level people who are making hundreds of millions of dollars a year. And so I would say don't knock your 9 to 5. If you're in your 9 to 5 and you genuinely enjoy it, don't knock it. But if you're feeling like I want to make that step out, but I'm afraid and I don't know what to do, then I would say the first thing to do is to determine what could you do every day for the rest of your life, and even if you weren't paid for it, and still love it.
Yeah.
And if you have that answer, then you have your business. And even if it's, I just like crocheting's my jam. Well, you can develop I have a client who has a whole business around crocheting. Wow. So it's not about what you are, where you are right now. It's more so about where you can be. And so I think if you focus on that and you focus on the potential instead of focusing on what you're not doing so far, then I think you'll be fine.
Nice. Thank you. So Amber, what do you have going on right now that you would like to share with your business?
Oh gosh, so much. So we've recently shifted. So it used to be just me coaching one-on-one, and then I'd have our virtual incubator program. This year we made a change. We've added in-house coaches. So we have 7 in-house coaches now who all are just bomb.com in their fields. And the coaches themselves are really amazing, and they offer such a wide spectrum of options of coaching. So it's not just business anymore. We have everything from life coaching to social media strategy, because I really wanted to hit all aspects of someone who is an entrepreneur's life.
Wow. So that's really awesome. And I actually seen, I believe you did a post on Facebook, like an introduction of each of your coaches. I think so. And I thought that was a really genius idea. And I just love that move. So how can everyone reach out to you if they're interested in learning more about you, or interested in the what is it? The business incubator? Is that what you
our virtual incubator? Yeah.
Yes.
So if you're interested in the virtual incubator, you're interested in getting coaching, you can just send us a message through asquaredcoach.com. That's where all of our links are. You can find all the information about all our programs there.
Perfect. Well, Amber, again, thank you. And is Daisy still there?
Daisy is still here.
Okay, thank you too, Daisy.
Thank you.
She's cute. Thank you so much again for taking time out of your busy day. You, without you even knowing, you have truly been a blessing to me, and I want to share this with you right now. You've been a blessing to me because I've seen in less than the year's time of knowing you, your consistency. I appreciate the consistency. I appreciate you being yourself. And I appreciate you not trying to conform to what you think people want. You know what I mean? And that really means a lot to me because there's so many coaches out there that they're like cookie cutters. You know what I mean? And
Right.
it's so you're really a breath of fresh air.
Okay.
And so I just want to thank you for doing that because it inspires people like me and lights a fire under me to make sure that I'm on the right ball. So thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, okay, everyone, thanks. That is a wrap. Make sure that you join us back next week for another phenomenal guest. I'm not going to tell you who it is. You just got to come back and see. Make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel and make sure you go and follow Amber Aziza as well. Go to her website. So thanks again, everyone. Take care. Bye.